Home to many of the gods in Greek mythology, Mount Olympus was created after the war between the Olympians and the Titans. A war that finally ended after 10 years and saw Zeus and his fellow Olympians victorious. Olympus is often described as containing fabulous palaces made of marble and gold. Mythicus, the highest of all of its peaks, was referred to as the Pantheon. This is where the gods would gather, and many fierce discussions and arguments took place within the Pantheon. There are many gods and goddesses who are believed to have lived on Mount Olympus. It is the 12 Olympians who are most commonly depicted as making Mount Olympus their home, with Poseidon and Hades choosing to live separately. The ancient Greek poem, Iliad, describes Olympus as being an ancient acropolis, essentially a fortified hilltop, somewhat of a palace complex located just below the peaks of Mount Olympus. Located on the lowest level of the mountain were the 9 Muses, who would often entertain the gods of Olympus. The golden gates that led to Olympus were not guarded by any creature or monster, they were guarded by the 3 goddesses of the seasons. The main feature to Olympus was indeed Zeus's palace, much larger than the palaces of the other gods and goddesses. Despite the size, Zeus's palace still had a very simple layout, with a large central hall, private bedchambers, and some storage rooms. The main hall had floors made from gold, and often served as a council chamber and a feast hall for the other Olympian gods, as it provided them with an expansive view of the world, allowing them to observe mankind from the heights of Olympus. The tables and furniture of the Great Hall were created by the divine smith Hephaestus, and they were animated so they could present themselves when needed and pack themselves away when the feasts were over. Outside the palaces of Olympus was a lush land teeming with exotic fruits and herds of cattle. There was a large courtyard where all the gods would gather, including those of earth and even the sea deities. Sometimes even nymphs were invited. Olympus was more than a lush land filled with exotic fruit and vegetation. The gods had an abundance of anything that they would have ever needed. To the gods, Olympus was just the home that they deserved, nothing more and nothing less. To everyone else, Olympus was a paradise that they only wished they could have visited. Mount Olympus is indeed an actual mountain located in Greece, the highest in the country. There are those who believe that the gods never lived on the mountain. Olympus serves more as a metaphor, as it reflects the social hierarchy in Greek mythology. Mount Olympus being the highest point would naturally make sense as home of the gods, as they are elevated above all mortals, creatures and demigods, able to look down at those they will consider to be above and rule over.